You are about to be fixed. Physics Fixed. Better than real. Where each brief episode brings insight you've never had before, even with an Ivy League pedigree. If you know enough physics to see its gaps, you'll find many fixed in this series. It's Occam's razor in the hands of Jack the Ripper.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Phyxed three-ring circus presents dimensional unification, dark energy, and maximum speed.
Have you ever wondered why the continuum has two kinds of dimension? Both offer separation, but time is unidirectional, while the others allow bidirectional translational freedom. This inconsistency is about to be fixed. We'll need some working room. Let an open scissors represent x and y spatial dimensions. Then close it, compacting both into a single 2-line. Repeat with z for a 3-line. Now bend this to form a 3-ring. A 3-ring is a compact version of the balloon analogy for cosmic expansion. Both illustrate Hubble's law, in which weakly bound objects recede from each other at rates proportional to their separations. Strangely, convention asserts the balloon model wrongly suggests the Big Bang took place at the center of the balloon. In fact, points off the surface of the balloon have no meaning, even if they were occupied by the balloon at an earlier time. That's absurd. 4 dimensions entail time, in which the Big Bang is the central historic event. Corresponding points on concentric arcs define their radii. Our world lines emerge as through layers of an onion. A curved space radial-time model provides the expanded layers. The electric field around an electron and Earth's gravitational field are each enclosed at any radius with an equipotential sphere. Similarly, the Big Bang event can be modeled as the invariant center of a temporal field, radiating unidirectionally outward in 4D. Just one kind of dimension does it all. At any radius is an equitemporal region, which is a spatial simultaneity in the rest frame of the Big Bang. Space is derived from the field, while the future is absolute. Professor Sean Carroll uses this image in his course on time. Spatial arcs indicating now and a future simultaneity were added. He states, just as space gets a direction because we live in the vicinity of an influential object, the Earth, time gets a direction because we live in the vicinity of an influential event, the Big Bang. A close look reveals that a particle at rest in the cosmic frame gains the future radially, while rising speeds make increasing angles to that. Importantly, an inherent natural speed limit occurs tangent to space, enforced by unidirectional time. Velocity x is thus a non-traversable, space-like connection to the simultaneity, consistent with quantum entanglement. With the curved space radial-time model, special relativity doesn't need to assert universal speed limit c as a postulate. Rather, speed limit c is universal because it arises from the underlying structure of the universe. In Episode 3, Phyxed explained limit c in terms of its zero magnitude, a 4D proximity limit. Here it's confirmed in terms of its tangent direction. Either way, seeing is believing. It's soon evident that minimum speed radial and maximum speed tangent provide our interval time coordinates. Curved space appears locally flat in all but cosmic perspectives. Time-like, light-like, and space-like regions accommodate translation, communication, and correlation, respectively. Bidirectional freedom occurs only to the extent that it doesn't violate the fundamental unidirectionality of the temporal field. Relativity of simultaneity occurs as tighter curvature in the direction of motion, but all observers find invariant speed c as their common tangent. So why use a 3-ring instead of the 3-sphere of the balloon analogy? It enables a 5D perspective to show something you've never seen before, a simple model of
Dark energy.
Arguably the greatest motivator in existence. Rotating a ball about any diameter results in non-uniform centrifugal forces. That's why Earth bulges a bit at the equator. Since cosmic expansion is uniform in all directions, a rotating universe model has been ruled out. That was hasty. Outward forces are quite uniform all along Earth's equator. A 3-ring models all 3 spatial dimensions that way, with time radial to a central Big Bang event. Rotation in a 4-plane occurs about an imaginary 5th-dimensional axis. Voila! World lines age into uniformly expanding cosmic space. No need for strangeness, and no need for an actual 5th dimension. Just as flatlanders don't need a real third dimension to rotate in a two-plane, a three-ring can turn on an axis of just a single point in its four-plane. Three-ring expansion is uniform with radius, but not linear, as with ordinary circles. A two-ring represents the sphere's area, expanding with radius squared. A three-ring represents a volume, so it expands with radius cubed. With some constants, the cube function resembles the scale factor commonly associated with cosmic expansion. That image represents just the observable universe. A bouquet rounds out the model. Congratulations! You've been fixed. Better than real. It's time to turn things around when Phyxed next provides an amazingly simple physical model of fermion spin. Don't miss Spin 1/2, plain and simple. I'll see you there. If you dare. Ha ha! The great courses are a great way to become conversant in many great topics.